Welcome everyone, I'm RedCloud, playing Metal Gear Solid Guns of the Patriots for the PlayStation 3. I'm playing it on MGS4, so if you see any little glitchy sort of moments, that'll be the reason why. I've upscaled it as much as I possibly can on MGS4, so it is looking pretty sweet. And as we first start playing the game, I get reminded of a character from the series that I really don't like, and that is Otacon. Not saying Otacon is a bad character or the voice actor is bad, but I really do not like this voice actor's voice for Otacon. Otacon is very annoying. Now, will I play stealth in this game, or will I play aggressive? I think the answer is going to be pretty self-explanatory as you watch the video. If there is an obvious moment to be stealthy, I'll try and be stealthy, but I do not have the patience to go all the way through the game sneaking about when I could easily just be popping some bullets in and just rampaging through the PMC and any enemy we can see. I can't be the only person who is noticing that if any of you need any sort of inspiration for going to the gym or to do your squats, your hip thrusts, just check out Snake's butt. Yes, it is in your face, it's hard to miss, but boy, oh boy, if that doesn't make you want to get up right now and do a couple of squats while you're watching the video, I don't actually know what will. Glutes for days. Now this is a blast from the past. Let's check out these lockers. These just instantly remind me of Sons of Liberty, which was Metal Gear Solid 2. Always a pretty safe place to hide was in the lockers, or you could always find something. I think you used to find dirty magazines in lockers, which we found one in this locker. Also found this nice little uniform, because it looks quite snazzy. We're going to try this on, I think. See how it feels, see how it fits. And let's just rock this one out. Yes, mate, here we go. Drebin is here.
Who are you?
From playing this many moons ago when it first released, Drebin was such a breath of fresh air to the Metal Gear franchise. Because as you would have known from playing the previous games, the weapons did become just a little bit stale, because you had to use the same ones over and over. Now that Drebin is here, we can have an actual bit of variety. There's a little bit of grinding to do to get those extra points, to get the weapons you want. And I have definitely started off with choosing my favourite gun of any gun in any sort of action game. It's always the M14 EBR. Ever since I first got this gun in Call of Duty, I think it was Modern Warfare 2. Maybe it was just the first Modern Warfare. Whenever I had this gun, I was just in my happy place on the game. It was such a fun gun to use. So of course we've got to try it out on Metal Gear Solid 4. Even if I'm not the best shot, as you can see. I am finding the controls ever so slightly difficult to get used to. It doesn't feel as smooth as I would like it. I've tried to adjust the settings a bit, but maybe by the end of Act 2 I will have the controls down, and if not, maybe I'm just terrible at shooting games. I will let you all be the judge of that one. In the whole of Act 1, this has to be the most disgusting, worst part of the whole thing. Why is this dude pooping in a barrel? And why? No, don't do it, Snake. What the hell are you... Snake, no. The guy has just diarrheaed the crap out of this barrel, and Snake has decided to pick it up and put it into our inventory. And the worst thing is, we can roll around in it. So we can roll around in Akiba's doo-doo, which I'm sure you're all looking forward to me doing later on in the game. Yes, that is Akiba. We'll see him again in a few minutes' time, and throughout the game I'm sure we will, if memory serves me right. Now this is the biggest section of Act 1 coming up, and I decided that what's the best way to do this? Let's plow through and just dominate all these PMC enemies. We've got access to a mortar gun in this one. We've got our M4 now. We can just blitz with the enemies. We've got our M14 as well, our sniper rifle. We can just destroy anything that comes in our path. Little did I remember that some places in Metal Gear Solid 4, the enemies have infinite spawning spots, and we can just get utterly obliterated because we're just not prepared. We're not using our rations quick enough, and Red Cloud is not a top gamer, as you can tell. He just games for fun, and we get absolutely wiped out here. We do get a good few kills, but we also die. Now, fool me once, shame on you. Did I learn from that? Hell no, we ploughed straight through again. We got to the exact same area pretty much, and fool me twice, shame on me. I have died once again because I'm just being too impatient. So I need to sort it out, calm down, and just take my time, pick the enemies off bit by bit, help the rebels out, get through to the end of the stage, and just calmly do a little bit of sneaking if we need to. But the main aim here is to get into the building, which we're going to get to this building now, and it's going to be a bit more quieter inside, and that's a bit more relaxed. Oh, and if you need evidence of my inability to be a professional gamer, you can just watch me walk into some mines. And yes, I did say mines because it wasn't just one mine. No. It was multiple mines I walked into, because I can be quite terrible at games and not pay attention to what I'm doing and just try and plough through. So maybe it's time we turn on our night vision goggles and crawl and collect these mines like you did back in the old days of the first Metal Gear Solid on PlayStation 1. Crawl, pick them up, use your night vision goggles, or infrared I think it was back in the day. But regardless of that, play it safe, man. Meryl is back. Here we go. That voice is another bit of nostalgia coming through.
Meryl.
A very, very distinguishable voice is Meryl's voice actor.
Installing the sensors.
Dumbass.
So it's good to have her back. And here we go in our first boss fight of Metal Gear Solid 4 against Liquid's top army. And this is a crazy firefight. Tons of enemies, tons of bullets flying. Akiva has soiled himself, of course he has, because he's got diarrhea and he cannot control himself. My aim is still terrible, still getting used to this aiming system. Cutting it a bit close at times, need to use rations a little bit quicker. We are ploughing through these enemies, picking up a ton of P90s, which is another one of my favourite guns, so look forward to using that again. But jeez, my accuracy is shocking at times. Let's just hope there is not an accuracy stat at the end of Act 1, but we'll see if accuracy is on there and see how bad that really was. Boom! First boss down. We got through that. That was a cool little montage scene at the end as well, where they're truly showing off Meryl and her rap troll. All perfectly in sync except for Akiba, or Akiba, I'm pronouncing it wrong. It doesn't matter, I don't care. Oh, and now we've actually got a section we can sneak through. This is a place I will sneak through. There's no point actually just running and gunning on this one. We can just take our time, take each enemy down as they come along. I will have to get the Ends Mosin Nagant sniper rifle, which is the tranquilizer sniper rifle. I'll get that at some point in the game as well. That was another such a cool gun from Metal Gear Solid 3. Not the easiest to use, but still a really good gun. So we're not going to afford the points. I think that'll be one of the next things I try to focus on getting. Yes, here they are. These are the bosses that I remember. These 4 creepy, crazy robot things. I don't know what half these things are. You've got the Psycho Mantis one, you've got the dog one, you've got the flying one, that's a big bird, and you've also got Doc Ock here as well. This is what happens if Doc Ock was in an 18-rated Spidey film, just crushing people, just for fun. And I cannot wait to get into these boss fights a little bit later on into the game. Here we go, into this camp bit here. Just again, some nice little rolls, as we'll do some rolls. Do a little bit of CQC, trying to get my CQC head on as well. Which was such a cool system introduced in number 3, the CQC system, which was, I mean, it was in number 1, it was in number 2, but it was really touched upon in number 3. So I need to get used to that, get used to holding up again, because I did mess up a few hold up through this gameplay. And that is pretty much Act 1 is finished now. We're going to have a massive video now where we're going to see Liquid Snake properly for the first time. And he's going to set off some sort of crazy device to make everyone go into zombie mode and attack each other. Full on 28 days later mode for most of these soldiers. Naomi's back. And Act 1 is pretty much complete. And that is a wrap for the first installment of my Metal Gear Solid 4 playthrough. This was just Act 1. I'll do each act at a time. Hope you all enjoy the video, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.